Port Clinton, Ohio, at about 10 p.m. Saturday night, 50-year-old Katrina Morgan called the cops to allegedly falsely report that her pussy was on fire.
It was indeed not on fire.
Morgan asked the cops if the fire department's hose is working and said, somebody needs to come put my pussy out with their hose.
All right, dude.
Wait.
Quarantine.
One second, ma'am. 1 second. Yeah, she's the longest hose we got. The longest, veiniest, meaty hose I don't know. Do we have that? It's an emergency. It's like, is this your first day at 911?
Ma'am, this is very serious. All right?
Yeah.
You cannot call the police and tell them your pussy's on fire if it ain't really on fire.
There's real emergencies going on right now, ma'am. Your cooter being on fire, or if you think it's funny, it's not. I just want to inform you, it's fucking not.
That's the best part about cops is they're always trying to tell you, like, you know, the thing you were doing it's actually dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like, ha, we're all having fun, right? Until someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
Fire department out of your house because of your pussy. There's a kid dying in a car crash a mile away.
You know what? I could be solving a murder right now, but I got to be here to tell you to quit telling people your pussy's on fire. This is ridiculous.
Cops moved to arrest Morgan for false reports and disrupting police operations.
At that point, you could just light your own pussy on fire.
I know, yeah. It's like, I'll show you it's real.
If you really want to prove your point, yeah, I guess.
You get out of trouble for your awesome prank.
So here I was thinking you were full of shit. Well, egg on my face. I'll call an ambulance, I guess.
Police arrived to find Morgan at her friend's home where she and others had been drinking heavily, obviously. And
sounds like an escalating truth or dare scenario.
Totally.
Somebody paid her $20 to do this.
Yeah.
Never have I ever called the cops and told them my pussy was on fire.
I have more tact than just calling straight up 911.
That's a 311 situation.
Yeah, this is not.
Leave a message on the detective's voicemail.
When she was getting arrested, Morgan became agitated and yelled at the officers as she resisted arrest, only relenting when an officer threatened her with a stun gun.
What started as a silly goof ended with police brutality. Oh boy,
it's America for you.
What's her name?
That's a pizza pie.
Oh, shout out to Katrina Morgan.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's Google her mugshot.
Oh, I did. Is she's
it good?
She's 50 years old and she got arrested for this. So let your mind run wild and you've arrived at exactly what she looks like. Yeah.
I mean, it's like she's like.
I thought this was going to be some like 20-year-old.
No, I wouldn't be reading that. I'd be in the other room, J and O.
Yeah.
The other room, but this is your room. Wait, what room?
Jerks off in the bathroom.
Yeah, you don't know this.
That is what adults
Some
do.
puking guy thinks about 20-year-old girls. I'll put your fire out, baby.
I like you hear in the background. You hear like I don't know, like the latest pop song, and then him going. Oh man, well yeah, it's probably just a prank, a goof gone wrong. And then someone's just like, this lady is
the balls to call the cops and fuck with them is pretty outstanding.
They don't know. Even if you call 911 and hang up, they come to your house.
Yeah. And everyone knows this.
Well, this is like, this woman's out of touch. No, you shouldn't do that when prank calling people.
Yeah.
And then like they come and she's like leaning into, well, what if it is? And then this cop's an idiot too. So she's like, ma'am, quit resisting arrest. And then he maces her or stun guns her.
I will tase your old drunk ass.
Case solved. I solved the case.
You ain't getting no dick tonight, bitch.
What if it was though? What if it was? It's like to be a neighbor to this.
I wish that she, was maybe known around the police station for calling a lot, so much so that they called her Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah. Put that in the fire, the fire crotch file under Hurricane Katrina.
Did you ever have that at any local bars that you worked at or frequented? Somebody who
his pussy caught on fire.
No, was named Hurricane, whatever their name was, because they were such a shit show.
Hurricane Mark.
Yeah. Hurricane Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I like that her name is already Katrina, so it's perfect. We had a question from our friend Paulo Nelson at Paulo ZEG on Twitter. says, and Paulo's a mailman up there in the land of 10,000 lakes. He says, okay, so I've walked past a couple of high school kids smoking the Mary Jane on my route. They were smoking.
Cool.
Yeah, so far so good.
You should immediately call the cops.
Without even hearing the rest of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, guys, it's cool. They're breaking the law. So.
Social distancing. Come on, guys.
Yes.
He says they were smoking in their garage and tried to hide it when I walked past. It didn't work. My question is, what can I do to mess with them or scare them the next time I see them?
Here's what you do. I've already got it. Here's what you do. You wait until nightfall, right?
No, this
God,
sounds evil.
And well, okay, first of all, they're going to be all smoking pot in their garage, right? So they're going to be all high. They're going to be distracted. You find a way to remove the lock from their window. And then at night, you crawl in through their window. And they'll be asleep. They'll be passed out on the drugs. They're really severe. Pot's really potent now.
Yeah.
And you go and what you mix in to the pot, you mix in your own pubic hair. And then you have pwned them, to use a parlance of yesteryear.
Yeah.
And then you call the cops because they're breaking the law.
You know how Steve-O's sober now?
Yeah.
He still does bong hits of pubes.
It's like when people drink, like some people drink O'Doul's. He has to like take a bong hit of his own pubes to be like, I don't know, I just like to activate, you know?
Yeah, new cans of oxygen. Wouldn't want to make my dad upset. I have very weird daddy issues.
Oh, boy. I would, if you see him outside, look him dead in the eye, real serious like, and go, "You kids smoke pot?"
Yeah.
And then just pause and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then you can either like give him the shaka or, like this move, the pinky and thumb extended going back and forth.
Yeah. The hang loose.
Or you can like really scare them and be like, "I'm going to report you to the Mail Association," or just like make something up.
Yeah.
Tell them that smoking weed around mailmen is a federal offense.
There it is.
Yeah.
Just be like, if
Secondhand smoke to a government worker is a federal offense.
Because if he's intoxicated at his job, he could mess up all the, letters.
all the mail.
Wait, he wants to catch him in the act. He doesn't want to like scold
No, he
them.
has walked.
He's
past
caught them in
them.
the act already.
Every day he's been walking past these kids smoking pot in the garage, and he wants to fuck with them.
He wants to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, definitely like take a piece of loose leaf paper and write down on it, "If you smoke pot around a federal worker again, you will be arrested and sent to jail for life. Signed, the president." And then put it into an envelope and put it underneath the garage door.
Is it legal to put fake mail in somebody's mailbox?
I'd imagine if you were the mailman.
Yeah, it might be. They might have special rules.
Okay, clock out and do this.
Yeah.
On the way back home. Pass back by. They'll be getting high all day.
I think you should just straight up, if you want to fuck with them and then be cool, ask if they smoke pot real serious and then be like, yeah. Just some shit like that.
Like, so did my brother. He died.
Yeah, you could do that too. That's actually
Even if you don't
pretty
have it
funny.
See, I think I wouldn't necessarily want to even mess with them. I would, because in that case you're kind of restricted by your job. So the way to go is to just kind of weird them out. So just when you walk by, if you see them just smoking weed, just like kind of give them 2 finger guns and go, cool, or give them a wink or something really obvious.
Or you could ask if their parents are at work. That'll freak them the fuck out. Then take a bong hit of your own pubes.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, you need to sneak into their house late at night. I'm telling you need to break into their home.
Yeah, you know where they live.
Yeah, you need to get a lay of the land. See when they sleep. Stare at them sleeping for hours.
Yeah.
Or you could just call the cops on them. That would really freak them the fuck out.
That's honestly the quickest way to do it.
Or get somebody to dress as a cop. Just show up at the house like dirty work.
Or you dress up as a cop.
These are all bad ideas.
And you show up and you're like, smells like pot. And also purchase a gun before this.
Yeah, you're going to want to have a gun.
It would be so funny to walk up in plain clothes and then be like, "I'm not a mailman. I'm an undercover cop."
I've been casing you guys for months.
Yeah, there we go. And just be like, "Look, I'm working on a case. I can't do anything to you right now, but I'm just letting you know.
I got a lot of pictures.
I got my eyes on
You
you.
want to freak even more? It's like, I'm not interested in you guys, okay?
Yeah.
But I want to know who Mr. Big is.
Oh yeah.
that's
Who's the
it.
supplier?
Yeah. there
Who's
you
the
go.
fucking supplier?
Watch how fast they turn over on their friend.
Oh yeah, they'll flip on their friend's heart. You may have to crack one of their noses open. Be like, "Who's the fucking supplier?"
Yeah.
And then when they give it to you, and you don't know who this person is, then you drive away laughing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you fucked with them.
Really, you are in a position where is he in a place where weed's legal?
I don't know. Minnesota. What
I mean,
is?
even if
I know.
even
I
if
don't think
it's,
it's Minnesota.
seems like it might be.
even if it's
I
legal
guess we're
there,
wrong.
it's not legal to smoke like either under 18 or 21, depending on where it's at. It's usually 21, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's really nothing these kids could do to you because they're breaking the law already. So they're going to be nervous about anything. So feel free to go wild. You're going to have to cross a pretty big line for them to report anything.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
I would say just let them smoke the pot. Honestly, but
No, it's fun to freak out kids.
yeah.
Yes.
Come on, Carter. You don't have a good prank spirit?
No, I hate being pranked. I really
Yeah,
do.
nobody likes being pranked, but it's fun to prank other people.
I just feel bad.
Why?
I don't know. It's like I made them uncomfortable. I wouldn't want it to be doing to others as you have done unto you, dog. You ever heard that shit? man?
Yeah, I fucking got pranked a lot, so I'm pranking people.
You're just keeping you're keeping this cycle of abuse going, my man. You understand
listen,
that?
it's an old adage, but it's true. Pranked people prank people.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My daddy got pranked by his mailman, and before that,
Speaking of that, I've been wanting to do prank calls for a while on this podcast since we have the thing that the phone can plug into.
oh,
Yeah.
boy.
What's a non-essential business we can call that is open?
Man, it
I mean,
a good
well,
question.
here did caller ID essentially ruin the prank phone call?
Fuck no.
well, it's unfortunately what has happened is that prank phone calls have been strictly relegated to the
Calling businesses.
to working class people who have to answer the goddamn phones.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're basically just like pissing in the wound of
Yeah,
having to work
it's
there.
Like, so, because it used to be you could prank anybody, and they
Well,
wouldn't
back in the
know.
days, you could go yellow pages or white pages.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my favorite. We used to prank Miss Cleo, the psychic line, all the time. That was
yeah.
was the fun one.
And getting charged $1 a
No,
minute
'cause-
to prank them.
No,
That shit's
because they
great, though.
they got a 1-800 number before they transferred to the
Oh.
1-900 number, and they had a live operator.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen? Yeah, have you ever seen that when they they prank the televangelists? It's like this one televangelist company, and they get this guy to say the entire Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. He's like, oh, I gotta show it. We'll put it up somewhere. But he's like, I'm from West Philadelphia, where I was born and also raised. I
Oh.
spend most of my days on the playground. I mean, like it's just reworked so it doesn't rhyme. He's like, I was outside hanging out shooting basketball with my friends when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my living area.
That's amazing.
And then they kind of like halfway realize what's going on, and someone comes over and is like, and he's like, okay, I guess someone's playing with us now. Someone's playing with us. But it's great shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube gold.
yeah. We'd call Miss Cleo. We would call 1-800 Shamu to get information about sea life. there was and there was a persistent rumor that a dolphin's cum shot was so forceful it could blow your head off. And so we would always ask to confirm about that, and they would usually hang up as soon as we said cum shot.
The best.
Turns out that's not true, by the way. I was really sad to find out that wasn't true.
Yeah, like what purpose do they serve?
I know, yeah. But
Extremely-
the old urban legend was like somebody was like, sucking off a dolphin, and he got Kurt Cobain by the by the dolphin D.
Now gather round, children. Let me tell
Let me
you.
tell you the story of.
There's a. We used to. Did you guys ever use IP Relay? Do you remember IP Relay?
No, what's that?
Wait, what is that? Remind me, because yes,
Okay.
I don't
This-
remember what it was,
this is-
but that sounds very familiar.
This is the best. Okay, so it was this service that you use. You would. It was for.
Hearing impaired, right?
It's for hearing impaired
Yes,
people.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
It's for mute people, I believe. Like I think the service is actually for mute people. So you get on this website and you type in what you're going to say, and then someone calls the person and has to say what you type.
Oh, yeah.
So someone would get on the other. So someone would get on their laptop, and you'd get on the IP relay, and then you'd call your friend who's in the other room.
Yeah.
Or in the same room actually, and they'd be like, "Hi, this is so and so from IP Relay. Have you ever used IP Relay before?" And they're like, "Yes." And then like, "Okay, they're typing now."
Yeah.
Then you'd hear like, and then you hear her go like, there once was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long he could suck it. Go ahead. And then you have to be like, and then you'd have to like really, the other person would have to really exhibit some restraint and
It's
be like,
so hard not to break.
oh yeah, they'd have to be like, whatever do you mean? And then you're like, 1 second. I have poopy doo-doo coming out of my nipples. Go ahead. It was, boy, hours of fun. Hours of fun.
Yes, I did that with, shout out to my buddy Connor. He showed me that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that lasted, I mean, it was for a couple years.
Yeah, that was some good, like...
And it was free?
2003, 2004 entertainment right there.
Oh,
dude.
buddy. Yeah.
Prank calls are that's why you got to do them on the show.
I mean...
One of my good friends did the best prank call ever, or the best prank call I ever saw. There was a Blockbuster Video and a hot dog restaurant in the same shopping center.
Uh-huh.
And so he called Blockbuster Video and was like, hey, I work over at the hot dog restaurant. I was wondering if you want to like trade some video rentals for hot dogs. And the Blockbuster guy was like, no, of course not. I can't do that.
That doesn't even make sense.
and you know, hot dogs are worth money. Rentals are worth it.
guess.
It's a barter system.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've traded food before, but rentals is...
Yeah, so, you know, the guy says no, and he's like trying to convince him really hard.
Yeah.
And he just keeps saying no. And so then he calls the hot dog restaurant. And he's like, yo, I'm over at Blockbuster. If you bring me some food, I'll trade you some videotapes. And the dude was like, hell yeah, dude, that sounds great. He's like, yeah, dude, the more food you bring, the more videotapes you can have, dude. And the guy just fucking, we don't know what happened after that. We weren't like spying on the parking lot, but that dude definitely went over to that Blockbuster with a bag full of food.
I was like, hey guys, I'm here.
Yeah.
Where are my tapes?
Yeah. And the guy said, I just talked to you and told you no. Well, you called me.
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm going to get fired, dude. Fuck.
That hot dog place was fucked up.
Oh, fuck.
It was great. They had beer, me and my friends. For some reason, my most fucked up, dumbass high school friend became like the manager. And he was like fucking 17.
Of the hot dog place?
Yeah, and we just go in and drink all the beer from the keg in the walk-in freezer.
Oh, wow.
And I knew another guy who worked there that fucking just wore a hot dog suit on the side of the road.
Oh, man.
It's like those kind of jobs are meant to be taken advantage of. It's like you're already debasing yourself for hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's like fucking,
He would
drink all their beer.
he would drink inside the hot dog suit, and he would smoke weed inside the hot dog suit.
Well, now
Yes,
you're just going to
dude.
pass out then.
You realize that, there's arms to it.
Yeah, you just pull your arms in and do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could be jacking off on the side of the road in a hot dog suit. Nobody can stop you.
Dream come true.
Dude, it was his career. He straight up did the same thing at another place.
Gentlemen, you'll believe me when I tell you I'm a hot dog man.
Dude, he was Uncle Sam at a tax service place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When he passed by other people like flipping signs and be like, "Look, this guy's form is all off." Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing.
No, he didn't like the job by any means. He fucking hated it, but he could drink and then he could smoke weed at the Uncle Sam job too. He would just like walk a little bit down the sidewalk.
That fucked up child Uncle Sam just vomited all over the side of the street.
His house smells very bad.
Still,
I mean, yeah, definitely. Last time
it's a judgment call on him.
It's getting worse than ever.
Speaking of little pranks, we talked yesterday about the ongoing saga of the Long Beach open mic that they are attempting to get going. And, for in case we weren't clear yesterday, for those listening that don't know, a lot of the open mics in LA use a website called Slotted that allows you to go on
It's an online sign up.
And you can go on and sign up. The idea being in normal times.
You don't even need a real email. That's the great part.
Yeah. So in normal times, you would go in and a bunch of people would be signed up and then you leave your name. In these weird times when nobody's supposed to be having open mics, these people are having open mics and are posting their slotteds.
And they're getting fucked with hard.
And they're getting fucked with. Yesterday, I think some people put in some pretty good work. Today, I mean, I devoted a full nearly half hour to this.
Oh, wow.
Filling up all of the slots.
You're one of those children with nothing better to do that this man has
that would be me.
talked about.
So I signed it just in case, anybody in Long Beach wants to know. This is the sign up sheet for tonight. Ed Gein, Human Snorkel, Just a White Guy Saying the N-Word, Pogo the Clown, Darts Vader, parentheses, Badass Darts Thrower, the No Limit Soldier's Gold Tank, a knife, James Jimmy Kimmel, White Rasta.
That's a real comic right there.
Up to
Sounds believable.
Nice
yeah.
guy.
up to 7 Birds of Prey, the Incan Empire, Genitals McGee, the Awkward Pirate.
That sounds real.
YouTuber who poured bleach on a stranger and went to jail for a while. Sex bug,
Sex bug.
foot fetish consultant, the 1986 Chicago Bears.
They're getting overshadowed by The Last Dance right now. It's like the Bulls aren't the only team that came out of Chicago, okay? Remember the Super Bowl shuffle?
This one says, I'm just going to play the You Kicked My Dog prank phone call. Man who can smell the future. Moses.
Someone will fart in this room in 20 minutes.
Shout out to my friend JB. I think he came up with that originally. It was we were having a discussion of what would be the worst superpower. It would be a person who could smell the future. The Shart Experience, Butterscotch the Horny Dog, Sixpence None the Richer, Christian Karate Demo, and Jewish Sword Demo. So we got a good lineup tonight. A really strong lineup for this evening.
The Sixpence None the Richer, are they doing comedy or are they just...
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
The whole band, though.
Yeah. It's called Tickle Me instead of Kiss Me. But yeah, so that's what I did today. What did y'all do today?
I talked to that guy running the open mic.
Good.
He personally messaged me because I posted a screenshot of those names.
Yeah. What was like the initial like reach out message? Like
It was just like, hey, I want to talk to you about why you oppose this so much. And at first I was like, I shouldn't. This is nothing. But then I talked to him and we kept it very civil.
Sure.
There's a lot of times when I wanted to like...
Was it in front of people online? Or?
No, it was private message.
Oh, okay.
And there's plenty of times where I wanted to like start out my message with "look, dumbass," but then I just delete that and just write.
Sure.
But yeah, he basically just said he doesn't care about other people getting it because he can't find it to be his fault because he didn't create it.
So he's a complete psychopath, basically.
Yeah, and he totally accepted a lot of situations hypothetical situations I put forth where somebody easily could get sick doing that.
Yeah.
And he said he understood them, but just really didn't care. It was just about him doing stand-up comedy. That's all he cares about.
Oh my God.
And he decided that he wasn't going to trust the data put out by the government or media because he doesn't trust them. And,
Sure.
I don't know. At the end, we both said, hey, good talking to you. Because it's like, I don't know.
See you out there.
It's almost interesting to talk to somebody like that.
Right.
You know? And he was doing the whole, like, I don't care thing. Because at one point I was like, look, man, this looks bad for you. Like, it's going to affect you in the future.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I don't care. I have my group. Like, he's trying to do that thing. It's like, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Every single person who starts stand-up thinks they're going to be great at it and wants to, like, have a career at it. Nobody starts stand-up being like, I'm going to do coffee shop open mics forever.
Yeah.
This is the life.
Honestly, coffee shop open mics sound pretty good.
A lot of people are just going so over the top, like, you're trying to kill people. And it's like, yeah, they're not. They're not, like, waiting in the open mic with a knife or anything.
I just don't understand the appeal. It's like an instant.
Someone signed up as I want to die so can do 5 minutes.
That's so fucking funny.
It's outstanding.
That's inside baseball LA comedy stuff.
Mom will bleep it out.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to talk to people who have like a total opposite viewpoint,
Sure.
The fact that it didn't turn into like a fuck you, blah, 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 type of thing.
Well, it is that.
But in humanizing him, did you feel like the discourse made you more disappointed in him? Or because you couldn't just be like, oh, this guy is a fucking idiot. You're like, now he's a guy I kind of know and I want to rationalize with.
I think you just have to be like, this man is a sociopath.
Well, it's strange to hear somebody just... Because, like, when you're talking to somebody with total opposition to the quarantine...
Yeah.
you want them to be like, this is just selfish for you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you want them to say that. And he did.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he was giving me what I wanted and it still wasn't satisfying, you know, because it didn't, he wasn't going to change his mind. And he kept just being like, you know, we have different beliefs and shit like that. It's like, okay, you're right. You know, everybody has an opinion and I'm not here to try to change it.
Sure.
I'm just here to let you know it looks bad for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it would have been more gratifying to simply call him a fool and watch him get mad?
Well, I kept saying I kept doing it in roundabout ways. And I was like, this is why people think you look like a fool. I just kept saying stuff like that instead of like, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, that's how you know he's a goddamn sociopath, is if that doesn't get through to you, the idea that like this, let's pretend this person had ever made a dime doing stand-up comedy.
Also, he's a psychopath because he's choosing to do this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, let's say this person has ever made a dime doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
At this point,
they're way in the red here.
yeah, this is costing you. It's called social capital, and it's in stand-up.
And he's going to mics that charge $5 to talk into a microphone. He's quite literally in the red for comedy, I'm sure.
I love that like the first thing that came back about stand-up was like the bullshitty like
I knew
like
it, dude.
suit, like the fucking like hyper fucking over dramatic scene fucking theater.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not in all cases. This isn't universal, but in a lot of cases, those kind of like edgelord shithead comedians that are like, Carlin said I should find the line and then fucking break it, so I do, and all that, like them kind of guys usually have a bit of family money. Very similar to how a lot of the goddamn people holding signs at those fucking protests have a bit of money.
I don't think there's any way this dude has money.
Not that guy?
The thing is, you keep saying that there's so many idiots out there.
That's true. That's true.
Hamid Weinberg posted a funny video today, and he went to the Huntington fucking protest and just was like fucking with people.
Yeah.
And there's like multiple people that are just like, Michelle Obama's a man.
Oh yeah,
Just like shit like that, and you're just like, you can't rationally make a business that has a profit thinking like that. You know?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of fucking.
I mean, they're just crazy.
But that is a widely held belief on the right. Actually,
It is.
Hell yeah.
It's
That's
like
funny.
really fringe right. It's not like
I don't know, man. If you start talking to them, it's more of a widespread belief than you'd think.
I definitely know Republicans that are rational, and I'm willing to say that on this podcast.
Wow,
I definitely
okay.
do.
don't
Well, they
know if I
don't think
do.
Michelle Obama's a man. You can be a Republican without thinking that, you know?
Yeah, but their brother does, or their husband does. It's
They
one.
might
It's
have-
1 degree removed.
Yeah, I'm sure they know somebody who does, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just like we know people that think it's bad to post that Adele lost weight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got morons over here, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, that actually leads me in perfectly to. I'm just going to read this thing because it's outstanding, and I have the fact that this has now been deleted pretty much confirms that this is not satire. Okay, this was from medium.com. It was published April 29th and also deleted that same day. But we got the damn screenshots. First of all, I mean, Karens have been having a hard year as it is, and this person's name is Karen White, spelled with a C. She is and this is how she describes herself in her Twitter bio. Karen White is a master gardener and member of the Herb Society of America. She manages 2 public herb gardens in New Jersey. And she wrote an article on Medium.
She
And
sounds cool already.
the article is titled, Why You Need to Stop Baking Bread. I was walking down the baking aisle to see if the organic flour was on sale. Organic flour is
Organic.
expensive. Oh, buddy. Organic flour is expensive, and I am poor, so I always try to buy it when it goes on sale. There was no sale, and there was no flour. The shelves were bare. My eyes traveled up to the top shelf, the shelf with the leavening ingredients. Also bare. How could this be? When I got home, I logged on to my laptop and started reading articles on the pandemic. I had stopped reading most pandemic-related articles weeks ago because they were upsetting me too much. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't concentrate. I needed to distance myself. But I knew that the pandemic had something to do with the bare shelves in the baking aisle, so I exposed myself to the turmoil once again.
Did she walk down any other aisle of the grocery store?
It seems that there has been a run on flour and yeast because people are bored and they are baking bread to pass the time. Seriously? Baking bread is a way of life for me, okay? Not a hobby. Not something to do just to pass the time. I don't eat store-bought bread. I rarely eat prepared foods of any kind. If you visit my kitchen, you will find nothing but foods to eat because I only stock ingredients. I do all of my own cooking and baking. On Saturday nights, I don't order pizza. I make it myself from scratch, including the crust.
It sounds like me talking to a new open micer.
This is my favorite line, I also grow my own popcorn, but that's a topic for another day. It's like,
boy.
bitch, you mean you grow corn? What do you mean you grow popcorn? That's corn. You can just say I grow
comes
corn.
out buttered and, you know.
Like, you just say I grow my own corn and I will get it. You see, I am one of those people. You know the ones. You offer them a plate of food and they look at it suspiciously asking, is that organic? I want to know what is in my food, so I make it myself. By the way, croutons, made from my own homemade bread. Breading for fried chicken, made from my own homemade bread. It's not how you make chicken. Stuffing for the Thanksgiving turkey, made from my own homemade bread. So when you buy up all the flour and leavening ingredients for the sake of pretty photos on your Instagram,
Just know there are some people that use bread for everything.
There are some people trying to make fancy organic shake and bake.
she says you are literally taking food from my mouth and the mouths of other families who do their own baking so that they can provide healthy food for their families. So here's the problem. It's economics 101.
Are you
Supply and
elitist
demand.
dickhead? It's like people are allowed to make bread. Everyone's allowed to make bread, okay?
She's literally just
Yeah,
being
but
like,
do you really want to make bread? Or you just want to make it for it? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you want to make it for.
she's literally just being like, yeah, you fucking peons, eat your Wonder Bread. I'm over here making fucking
I'm over here
artisanal bread.
making artisanal bread for me, myself, and I. And it's like, well, that you eat Wonder Bread for a while. Let other people try.
Of all the things to be on a high horse about.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Before the pandemic, very few people did scratch baking, so the grocery stores carried only limited supplies of flour and leavening. Both go bad, so they don't want it hanging around the shelves for too long, hence the limited quantities. That was okay. There was enough for those of us who needed it, but there is not enough now that we are competing with a bunch of dilettante bakers who care nothing for anyone but themselves.
You care not for the craft. You care not for the craft of baking.
Yes, I know this sounds harsh, but I am willing to bet that not a single one of them stopped to think as they grabbed the last of the flour and the yeast that they were robbing people's children of their daily bread.
This is interesting. It like this is like the same thing as listening to someone at an open mic be like, "Man, I can't believe all these shitheads signed up." It's like you're at an open mic.
Yeah.
Like you're not booked on anything. Like fucking you can't change. Like it's open to the public. People are allowed to fucking make bread and sign up for a thing that's open to the public.
Dude, they're taking stage time out of my kid's mouth.
Yeah, they're taking stage time away from my career. It's like bullshit.
I am certain all they cared about was how to impress everyone with their picture-perfect loaves of bread on Instagram.
Dude, the bread people are posting online looks like fucking shit.
Yeah, because it's really
looks-
hard to make homemade
Yeah,
bread.
it's so it looks like they'll post like, here's a loaf of bread, and it's just like flat.
Yeah. And then they're like, I tried, and then they have a bite of it, and they're like, God damn it. Shit.
There's some things that are just you should just buy at the store.
Yeah.
Hummus, bread.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking I do want to learn how to make moonshine.
Dude, you know what came
I
up
don't know.
on Wish?
Although it would get a cool buzz, I don't know if I want to go blind.
Nah, if you know what you're doing. Nah, I don't know.
who knows?
On Wish.com, one of the things they showed me for an ad was a distiller.
I mean, I've had some people's like
That's-
homemade beers that were good.
By the
Oh
way,
yeah, beer's a lot easier.
Shout out to John Emerald Distillery in Opelika. They're making the hand sanitizer. My mom sent me a bottle. That,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just put some on my hands before this,
Yeah.
and my hands are going to be clean for the next 2 years.
Yeah. Here's an idea. If you are bored and want to learn new skills, why don't you learn how to garden and impress everyone with your tomatoes? Or how about learning how to sew and make masks for hospitals and first responders? I know, learn to crochet so you can make those cute market bags for when you go to the farmer's market, but please, I'm begging you, stop baking bread.
I want to taste some of this person's bread. I bet it's not that good. I bet like, what do you mean? It's perfect bread.
It's
I made
organic.
perfect bread.
Organic.
I bet it's perfect bread.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where it's like people who are stuck at the open mics being like, well, the thing is, I bring craft and I bring originality and wit to the prison. Yeah, you're still stuck doing the mics.
Yeah, her comments,
Yeah.
by the way, were because that was the
Of
thing.
course.
Is, when this comes out, everybody immediately goes, "This is some comedian. Like this is too weird to be a real person.
This is too self-righteous and weird and like and presumptuous and not founded on anything because I've never seen any of those items sold out of stores.
I know when I buy a bag of flour, I find the closest baby and smack it and say, no bread for you, baby.
Whenever I see someone who's clearly got like a Grandma Mabel sort of like they look like a bread maker or something.
Right.
I take a bag of flour and I cut open the bottom and I just let it drain on the floor so they can be like, just so I know that I'm depriving them of making perfect artisanal bread at home.
And the cherry on top is when you kick the flour at them.
Oh yeah, I roll around in the flour and then I pee on it.
I believe they call that antiquing in Jackass.
Yeah,
Just chuck
and then
flour up there.
me and that lady who licks her palms and goes to the grocery store, we both get put in the same paddy wagon.
This is just a few of her comments. People are bitching at her in the comments, and she says, maybe you
sure.
need to step back a bit and realize that not everyone lives like you or holds the same values of mindless materialism with no regard for the needs of others.
It's like the same. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was made for like the comments to be a flurry with people being like, actually, you're an idiot.
And the best part is she would have had flour in like a week.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
or take.
Go to another store.
Go back to the store in a week.
As we've said a billion times in the podcast, stop being racist and go to a Latin or Asian grocery store.
Yeah.
They've
Indeed.
got that
You
shit.
know who has a lot of flour? OC Mart.
Fucking
down the
OC
street.
Mart, baby.
I want to
Yeah.
give this woman like the Pepsi challenge and like 2 boxes unmarked, one's Subway bread, one's her bread, and see if she can tell the fucking difference.
She'd go for the fucking rosemary parm instantly.
Yeah. Well, this is superior bread.
But yeah, anyway, so she's since deleted that post, but I wanted to put that on here for perpetuity.
Deleting your post is so bitch made. Even if you're wrong, you should fucking.
Oh
sit
no,
in
I
it.
100% back deleting your post. don't spoil your legacy because of your
Yeah.
pride.
Not even pride, just like it deserves to be there with people just calling you a shithead.
Yeah.
I mean, people like that will probably do that again, but I mean, I'll delete a post if it doesn't get like 2 likes in a day. It's like that shit's going down.
Of course, yeah.
That shit is going down. I'm not gonna like leave a trail of dog shit on my fucking feed. No, sir.
I don't know. I'll leave them up because if it's something I believe in, damn it. And clearly this woman believed in this shit at least up until.
It's admirable to stick by your beliefs
Yeah,
like that.
but the thing is, like, if she hadn't commented, because the big debate when that article dropped was people being like, "Nah, this ain't real. This this is a fucking
does seem-
comedian."
yeah.
And then she started commenting, and then she deleted it, all but confirming that in fact there is a person this crazy out there in New Jersey. So anyway, shout out to Karen White. You seem horrible.
Yeah. Wow.
Karen. Her name's
Although-
Karen.
Yeah.
I would like to try some of that bread.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I bet that bread's good.
I'm hungry right now.
I mean-
to be honest, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those like, a lot of like artists are dickheads, but they do make good art.
Yeah, let's get her on Great British Baking Show. Let's see what the fuck Karen's made of. Maybe.
Let's get her on Hell's Kitchen on Gordon Ramsay. To
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
You're being a fucking asshole.
Hell, what about Hell's Herb Garden? Comes in and yells at her about her herb garden.
Your dill is shit.
You call that a fucking harvest? Do you?
Your arugula looks like piss.
The tomatoes are squishy. You fuck. There's like a child crying in the
What are
background.
those white bugs on the asparagus?
You call that a garden salad?
These kumquats taste like shit.
God, Gordon Ramsay, I tell you, I've never watched Kitchen Nightmares before this quarantine, and now that we've seen a bunch of it, every time he yells like that, it's like my nipples are at your attention,
Yeah,
sir.
I love
My
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
Will you please yell at me? Will you yell that into my ass?
It follows the perfect fucking just blueprint of a reality show. Somebody's wrong, and then somebody tells them how stupid they are.
Yeah.
The serotonin just released in your brain.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Man, my shirt is so fucking dirty. I've been looking at the whole podcast. Feel like I need to say something. It's
I'll tell you, it's from
It's a
where I'm
white shirt, so
yeah, and white shirts are a canvas, but for where I'm standing, it doesn't, I don't see anything.
well,
wrong
they're
with it.
all on the clearly they're all food stains because they're all just like right over the center where my mouth is, and probably ate in the shirt once, and now it's ruined.
I've been eating and finger painting and
I know.
all types of crazy
Dude,
shit,
I'm
for sure.
so bad at eating.
I'm not good.
I'm
at
good.
it.
I'm good at it, but because I'm fat, but I'm bad at it,
Man.
because of my shirts.
Oh, I inhale food. I really
That's my problem. I think
takes like 5 seconds for me to eat.
I microwaved my leftovers last night and went into my room to eat it. My roommates are like in the living room, and I ate it so fast I was embarrassed to like bring my plate back to the sink. I just kept it in there for like 5 more minutes.
Oh yeah, I wish I could pull like a fucking travel show host, swish it around in my mouth and like the textures, but I'm just like hungry now, hungry now.
Well, the kind of food we're eating isn't like we're not like trying something for the first time. We're eating for fucking nutrients at this point.
Oh yeah, well I wish it's just like yeah, I'm eating for nutrients and to get full into shit. That's all I want.
I made pulled pork, collard greens.
It smells good.
And then I proceeded to eat a dinner of that and passed out before I could even edit the podcast yesterday. So
man.
yesterday's episode, it was up a little bit later than usual. It's
buddy.
because I ate a bunch of pork and collards.
That's a case of the itis right there.
It was. I got about 30 minutes into the editing process, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go lay down for a minute. And then I woke up at 9 a.m.
So good. You're upset about the podcast. Sorry. But
Nah.
Rivers had the pork sweats.
I had the pork sweats, baby.
Yeah, and also, I'm sorry. I guess an episode every other day isn't good enough for you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
People love it. People join the Patreon because of this.
We have, yes. And just to say thank you for sticking with us through pork and collards. I put out to the Goods from the Woods Studiverse at the beginning of the episode to see if we had any questions. We got a couple. Actually, shout out to this person, Jeff down in Louisiana at Precious Roy 1981, who suggested a Jurassic themed Patreon for the week. So shout out to him. He says, so once a week for the last 2 weeks, we've had this older lady, probably mid-50s to 60s, come into our Walmart and scream about how COVID is some kind of divine retribution and we need to repent, etc. She gets corralled by Walmart management and they tell her that she needs to stop because she's making the other customers nervous, to which she replies, quote, "They need to be nervous." And then back into the biblical ramblings. I'm surprised it's taken this long for us to get a crazed Jesus freak. So, just an update from Louisiana.
Oh, I thought it was a question.
I thought it was going to be a question too, but no, it's a. I think I said in the last podcast, if there's some bullshit happening in your town, let us know. So file that under some bullshit happening down there in Sportsman's Paradise.
The whole time I was just thinking, how am I going to answer this?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it until I heard the question. So, but from what I take, it's some wild shit went down at Walmart.
Well, I'll turn it into a question. A crazed Jesus freak is loose in a Walmart in your security. How do you chase him down? How do you get him out of there?
I don't know.
Crazed Jesus freak?
Yeah.
Well,
I found when you
legally,
throw
or-
a Bible, they go for it. They jump on top of it. You tell them that everyone in the store is gay, and they will run out of the store because they think it's contagious.
That's it. Take the shirt off, draw a pentagram on your chest, and then start chasing her around.
Be the devil.
Be the devil. Yeah.
Nah, being the devil's not cool.
I think it's pretty cool.
Dude, multiple people have taken drugs in my life, like psychedelics, and then told me I look like the devil. I swear to God.
You kind of have like a goatee Beelzebub sort of quality.
One time the dude was tripping off. This is a real story. It sounds fake, but this dude was tripping off this acid that was just not good. Multiple people had a bad trip on it. It was like too strong or some shit.
Yeah.
And my friend was like having the beginnings of like a weird trip. Like you could tell, and I was just kind of trying to like keep him calm. It was like getting worse and worse. Right. And then at one point I was like, man, just chill out. We'll smoke some weed. And we were like sitting on this bed. And that's when he said I looked like Satan. And he was like, you look like the devil and you want to rape me, or something like that. He implied that I was the devil and I wanted to rape him.
Oh,
and then his reaction to that was to get on the bed on his hands and knees and kind of just like look back at me
and present.
Yeah, he was
like a cat.
He was gonna take the
it's like
raping.
first of all, this is by definition, this is not how rape works.
But then he didn't see. That was only for like a couple seconds, and he just ran out of the room. Ended up having to go to the hospital.
Man, you got to find your balance. You got to master your high. You got to find your balance.
Nah, this was like some Woodstock brown acid shit. It was just like
bad stock.
Well,
yeah.
like we said yesterday with the guy who tried to or did stab his roommate because Satan was inside of him. If you got a roommate and they start yelling about Satan, go outside, take a walk, take a lap.
Particularly at dusk. It gets nice at dusk.
Yeah.
And they'll probably get that out of their system.
This is from at Amend Kevin. Says there's a large group of protesters outside a nearby clinic that strap a cross to their 12-year-old's back and make him walk back and forth in front of traffic during lockdown, mind you. When the child inevitably smashes their head with a hammer while they sleep in a few years, will they deserve it? Yes.
When the child kills the parents?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you made one. This is what happens.
It's true. Yeah.
You publicly put your child in harm's way for your cause. The state should do this. Should smash your head in with a hammer.
Absolutely.
But
that's what the state is for.
But if if honestly, I feel bad because the kid has to take it into his own hands now, and that's not fair. The kid has to murder his parents with a hammer too. Someone should be doing this for the kid.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we could write this movie right now. This is a perfect little movie.
I don't know. It's more like a short, I think.
Yeah. Joker 2.
Well, no, the movie starts with him, smashing the parents, and then he's like, got to go to the mega church and get the pastor, and then he's got to, you know what I mean? Like,
and then he moves to New York and tries his new life. It's like an Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt too. Unbreakable Timmy.
Yeah, there we go.
Something. But he's murdered his parents because they were religious zealots and put him in harm's way.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, we got a couple more things that people wrote us, but we'll save those till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about my dirty shirt more?
I honestly can't see it.
I was gonna say it doesn't. I don't know.
No, not really.
I can't really tell. I don't know.
Maybe it's just because I can see it up close.
Maybe,
dude, you don't see that right there, right there, right there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a few, but it's not.
It's very
from a
faint.
distance.
I'm gonna throw this shirt away.
Oh wow. Okay,
dude.
I just have a ton of shirts, so it won't be a huge loss. But I would be embarrassed to wear this out in public.
Wow.
I think it's fine. I mean, honestly, I can't see.
You want it?
Good.
Yeah, exactly. You would wear this.
How
shit.
about look at the device that you're listening to this podcast on, and scroll down to the little picture, and tell Sam if he needs to throw that shirt away.
Yeah,
or not.
true.
Yeah. We'll get a consensus. At the Goods Pod.
Yeah. One time I had this old pair of shoes, and like I've done this before, where I had an old pair of shoes and just like threw it out on the sidewalk. So we have a lot of homeless people around here, and they'll just start wearing them. I'll like see them later, and they'll have my old shoes on.
Yeah.
And so I did that with a pair of like New Balance I had, which are like a little kind of fucked up, I guess. But that's the condition I've thrown the shoes out there before.
Sure.
These shoes are so fucked up, the homeless people wouldn't even take them. they're sitting out there for fucking weeks. They had so many opportunities to grab that pair of shoes, and they just fucking didn't.
It's like, they say beggars can't be choosers. I'm being a chooser in this scenario, and these shoes are fucked up.
The fucked up part is I was wearing those frequently.
Oh, yeah. Now that I'm dating someone, it's been pointed out how many holes in my clothes there are.
Dude.
Yeah.
That
Girls
shit.
are the worst at judging your socks.
Oh, yeah. They're like, how could you possibly wear these? I was like, they're inside my shoes. I don't know. They don't smell. I guess it's kind of like a hacky stand-up premise, but it is true. It's like I'm living my life to such a low standard before someone is there to
You know where you could take that premise? Long Beach, California, my man, in front of 4 people in gas masks.
Whew, I tell you, big ups to the freedom speech
It
warriors.
would be worth it.
And
I think
that's the kind of mic.
Being it all associated with that.
Girls be judging socks. I'm sorry your grandma's dead now, but girls be judging socks.
I mean, honestly, it's true, and I'm glad. I'm glad that they do because. I do hold on to socks for like a fucking year and a half.
Me too. But they're expensive. And you don't get that many in a pack. It's fucked up.
You get like 10 pairs, which I mean,
they get fucked up so quick.
I feel like I get a fair good amount of use out of mine. I don't know.
I run those.
But you say that because you don't have a girlfriend to judge your socks.
This is true.
I thought that too, and then I fucking got put in my place about it.
Yeah.
The thing is, they get dark on the bottom.
They get dark on the bottom.
Especially-
I wear black socks.
That's smart.
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
call.
always rock the black ankle socks.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't tell from. I mean, sometimes I even get self-conscious
That's
here.
why
where
I wear black underwear.
That's why I wear brown underwear with a little yellow cod.
I like my yellow cod. That's hilarious. Now that's worth the open mic. I think.
Is that open mic?
I think that's open. Let's sign up.
This is the only chance we get to bounce our jokes off each other without giving everyone COVID.
Man, you buy camouflage underwear. I make it myself.
Oh man, it's still the height of my existence is you telling that guy at Walmart that you shit your pants a lot.
We can go back to Walmart at any time. They're still open.
Damn, what episode is that? I'm gonna put that up as a little clip. That was fucking hilarious.
That was good stuff, man.
Jesus.
And I hope that guy in the midst of truly, at the Burbank Walmart where it's been slammed every day.
Yeah.
That he remembers that. It brings a little.
Well, this is what we were trying to tell Apollo at the beginning of the episode. Is like you got to say something to those pot smoking kids that'll stick with them. And like you're saying, like this man has never forgotten.
Ooh,
no,
tell those kids you went to prison for a long time because you were smoking pot in a garage.
Yeah, scare them straight.
That's it. Yeah, like come over and give them like a real listen.
I used to be in a gang.
A testimonial. Yeah. Give them like a motivational.
I know y'all think it's all good. Like it's not. It's just fine, man.
You're chilling with the homies. You're chilling with the homies.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Right.
You end up living in a van down by the river.
You're in the wrong place at a wrong time, and a murder happens because you wanted to smoke some weed.
That's
my man,
it.
Small Fry over there.
Yeah.
You get that ass worn out first day.
You look just
First
like
day.
I did when I went in my first day.
That's right.
I seen those eyes because they were mine eyes looking in the mirror the day before I went to jail.
You ready to put in work? I'm talking about you ready to put a razor blade in your mouth and sneak it past security because you don't know if a riot's gonna break off on the yard.
Now grab my belt loop. Grab it. And then it's fun for everybody.
I gotta say, I watched the original Scared Straight the other day. It's on YouTube.
What?
It's so good,
Dude,
man. It's fucking, and it worked with like most of these people in this one. Apparently, the program doesn't work great, but
Yeah.
there's this one guy. And he fucking only has one eye. And he's like, I came in here thinking I was the shit. You know what happens? They took my eye. And he fucking like rips open his eye.
Yeah.
Everybody in there is just like, I'm never going to prison.
I remember that actually.
This is a bit I do. As there's one, me and my roommate in Nashville were watching Beyond Scared Straight, and there's this one where this kid, he's like, "My name's Corey. I'm 13. I curse. I fart. I throw up gang signs." So it's like you can't wait for this kid to get fucked with.
Yeah.
And like he goes in there and he's like being disruptive when this guy's doing the whole like, "You don't want it in here with me, dude. You don't want this shit."
Yeah.
And then he's being disruptive, and the guy stops his speech and looks at him and goes, "If you were in here with me, I'd be selling that boy pussy for Zuzus and Wham Whams." Which
Yeah,
I've
they
never...
Zuzus and Wham Whams.
Cakes, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, those are like tasty cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tasty
Little
cakes.
Debbie's.
I thought it was like knee cymbals and kazoos and shit.
Zuzus and Wham Whams sound so like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, or they give out like dentist toys like, at the prisoners to raise the morale.
In the original Scared Straight, they force all the kids to take their shoes off by intimidation, and then they steal their shoes.
That would be a great quarantine watch right now. to watch Scared
On
Straight.
YouTube, there's this like it's Danny Glover hosted. They show the original one, and then they have like a catch up with everybody involved.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And they eventually bring out the one-eyed guy to meet him again. Like, of course, still freaked out by him.
Yeah.
Look at it!
And he also says in the original, he's like, I got stabbed 40 times or some huge number of stab wounds.
Nice.
And then it's like
I got stabbed by the worst stabber in history.
and then in the re-meet or whatever, the re-encounter.
The reunion.
Reunion. God damn it. It was right there.
The
Edit
reunion.
all of
Dude,
that out.
It's been all this whole quarantine. I've been like brain farting like that too. Like, just like simple words.
we don't
just
talk
escaping.
enough anymore.
Like yesterday,
We
like
come in here and talk about pussy fires every day.
we sure do.
For an hour.
It was around you, and I was just like, I was like struggling so hard to think of the word telekinesis, and you're like telekinesis, and I was like, fuck! Like I thought like I was about to have like a fucking aneurysm.
Rivers knows all the words.
No, come on.
But they bring up that the guy got stabbed a bunch, and he just lifts up his shirt, and you see all these gnarly fucking scars. It's like, it's true, it's true. It's
That's
like,
what you get.
nobody fucking doubted it. You have one eye.
Good
You
Christ!
don't wear an eye patch.
Lordy. But yeah, is that a show?
Sure
believe so.
thing.
All right. Find me on Twitter and Instagram At Rivers Langley.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Slam Harder. I got a couple videos out now.
Yeah. We'll retweet those on our Twitter as well. And
They're a great time.
You know what was funny? You baked the cookies from the chocolate chip cookie. I remember my English teacher in like 11th grade did that. Max, shout out to Max Jones, melted an entire carton and like picked out the little bits and did it. And
really?
And it was cool to see that it still works.
Did he form it into one cookie?
I think he managed to make like 2 or 3.
I've received criticism that I did not form them all into a giant cookie.
Yeah, I think that's what he did. Is he got it into one ball and then like got it into like 2 or 3 regular size.
Hey,
cookies.
how are you going to criticize my next video where I boiled pasta in milk?
Yeah. How did that taste, by the way?
You can watch the video and find out.
I did. I did it.
I vomited.
Oh, did you vomit? Oh,
you didn't
shit.
watch the fucking video.
I watched
you goddamn
whenever it was
liar.
on Instagram.
Oh yeah, the stories fuck it all up.
Oh,
I
shit,
realize that now. It's on my regular Instagram profile
and the YouTube, right?
Yeah,
LA
YouTube.
Comedy Life.
and YouTube.
Yeah,
LA Comedy.
All right, I'll watch it because I was thinking when you were doing that, I was like, actually, man, some Alfredo. Like, if you're not doing a red sauce, if you're doing a creamy sauce.
It did. It just, if you should use heavy cream if you're doing that.
Okay, yeah,
and I don't think if you're doing that, you shouldn't boil the pasta in the sauce.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because then you're gonna have to pour it down the drain.
Yeah, I know that,
like
but
I did.
But I'm saying if you were gonna,
But I did save some of the hot milk in a cup.
I saw that part. Yeah, offered it to Kylie.
Yeah.
Hot milk in a cup. And other news from the sperm bank. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Carter_Glasscock.
There's no fucking videos of him throwing up.
No. I've recorded some heartrending songs for our times right now, and I'd appreciate if you'd look at it. Give it smash the like.
Yeah, smash that like.
Subscribe.
And of course you can tweet at us at the Goods Pod if you got any questions, if you got any
Comments, concerns.
weird bullshit happening in your town, hit us up. And of course, if you send us a question, by the way, because we did get a couple that we didn't get to, we'll get to them tomorrow. So we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Unless Rivers pork passes out.
Unless
again.
I fall asleep. Yeah, exactly. We'll see you later.